Well, hello everyone. Sorry for the awkward silence there. Sometimes that's actually fun to do. But welcome to Flying with Mike. And sorry, I misread Friday. Um, uh, really totally blew that one, folks. And hope you all had a good weekend otherwise. That we couldn't make the flight St. Louis to Philly. We'll reschedule another time, and of course, we'll do it again. But anyway, today, folks, we're going to try something here. It's something I don't do very often here, um, and that is try out a scenery. I noticed it, I read it. I'm a little disappointed, but I think I know where my disappointment lies. It's not in the developer, but yeah, guess who? Moi. Me. Yeah. We are in Atlanta, by the way, otherwise affectionately known most days of the year as Hot Atlanta. And boy, is it going to get hot in the South here soon, if it isn't already. But anyway, we are pre-dawn departure. We've been doing a lot of those here lately. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a few minutes. I'm going to first get everything ready to go. We're going to look at this scenery, folks. Um, if you haven't checked it out, I'll tell you where I think I blew it here in just a second. Where's my browser? I've been running into this all day long. Things are just not wanting to pop up when I say, hey, pop up. So let me get you that link again. I should have made it just a simple key. There you go. That loose nut is loose again behind the stick here. But if you go here and check it out, there it goes. Um, this looks awesome, as it should from screenshots. As I always say, folks, screenshots are meant to make you buy it. And they did a good job for me. However, here's where I think I screwed up. I think it's for X-Plane 11. I The jetways aren't working, the marshaller isn't working, but over on well, you know what? The one thing I haven't checked. Hang on. I'm gonna switch. Let me switch some gears here. We'll go into this view. Can't see it enough to evaluate it. Well, these are supposed to have colors, so my guess is either I didn't turn them on, which I thought I did, and that I haven't figured out where it's hiding for me. Let's see. Canopy should be blue and red. Okay, sorry folks, don't see it. Like I said, I have a feeling X-Plane 11. The reason I say this, I was also planning to have some Midway airport scenery. Now, there is something out there for X-Plane 12. I'm very nervous of some of the files they want me to download, so I'm not. So that's why it's going to be default. Here, everything else seems to be working except for that down there. Let's see if the tower is any different color. It may have to be pitch black, which that would disappoint me too. All right, we're going to zoom all the way out. Yeah, it's these canopies right here, folks. They're supposed to turn colors. At least they do in the screenshots. They aren't doing it in for me. Oh well, unless there's other ones. I didn't think that. and I don't see them. But anyway, folks, it's other than that, I mean, everything they say, it pretty much does. Here, let me give you a little bit of. Let's go inside, shall we? Oh, look, there's moving people. How wonderful. Only thing is, I don't like this when I can't. So yeah, that's pretty neat. The inside of this thing is kind of, they really took the level of detail up there. Like I said, though, the jetway is not active. Auto gate. That's why I'm thinking this is technically for X-Plane 11. Um, I don't know. It's kind of acting a lot like my St. Louis scenery that I love to death. Um, I think it's still X-Plane 11, and I need to find the X-Plane 12 folder if one's been put out there for it. But beyond that, folks, in my opinion, it's pretty doggone good. And for now, it's going to be a keeper. We're going to fly a few more flights here. You can see into the terminal here. Like I said, really well done. This billboard, they say that should be updated. I wonder if that's it. Let's find out. And yes, folks, this was, let's see, KMDW. What are we going to take off out of here? Probably about 2 o'clock. Accept. Right? Hey, that's not bad. Look at that. It's telling us it's 29 degrees. Hey, that's not okay. Okay, a little cheesy, but my marshaller isn't doing nothing. So, again, oh, the other thing that I did get a good laugh out of, sent a picture, little 5-second video of it. The jetways attached to the airport or the terminal like they should, and go beyond into the terminal. I don't think that's FAA requirement that the jetway has to go all the way into the terminal and into the main aisleways. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Atlanta's on the cusp of something new coming. You decide. But anyway, folks, it's a keeper for now. Even in X-Plane 12, we're going to fire it into X-Plane 11. I do have that Midway scenery. You don't know how close I came to firing this in X-Plane 11. First off, seeing how many of you out there paid attention to see if you knew which version it was. But we might do that one day. Just do a run for the heck of it in X-Plane 11 and see them both. See if they are any different. So, but anyway, I just wanted to give you a good look at this, folks. If you want to see more, there's a link here. I'll put it in my Discord channel under General, and you all can. Matter of fact, let me do that now, because if I say that now, 2 hours down the road when we're wrapped up, I will have totally forgotten what I said. Let's see, KATL to K Midway. Now, folks, a lot of people kind of sidestep this airport, and you really shouldn't. And you're going to get hopefully a good dose of it. This is short field landing at its best. You get to do it in an airliner, not a Cessna. Folks, 6,000 feet of runway. That's the length you have, but they have moved the thresholds up, displacing them because of the buildings, the traffic. Folks, it sits in a square mile. If you like short fields, LaGuardia, this airport we're going to, Midway, high on your list, folks. They are super challenging. Midway's fun. Trying to get stopped sometimes is a huge challenge. You got to nail things there. Otherwise, you get to be like a Southwest flight, many, about what, 10, 15 or so maybe 20 years ago, ran off the runway and killed, unfortunately, a kid in a car on Cicero Road. Uh, they now have the new EMOS uh, 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 blast fields so that when the aircraft do go into it, they sink down and will theoretically should not go into something of that nature, in this case Cicero or any of the big avenues that surround it. Tragedy at the epic proportion. A lot of bad things happened on that thing, and well, that's what the NTSB is for, to root them out, and hopefully pilots take heed. All right, so there you go, folks. You got your introduction to the scenery we're going to use, hopefully. Oh, and I know some of you are going, well, what's the frame rate hit? There's what I'm getting, folks. I mean, we're kind of barely available for VATSIM, so, a heavy event, heavy weather, this could be a problem. And again, it could very well be because it's in the wrong sim. So just there you go. You get an actual frame rate count on it. All right. Hey, and by the way, that brings up what our payload is, 35,000 pounds. We've got 130,043 in the zero fuel weight category, and the fuel, 18,698 pounds of go-go juice. So all loaded up, folks. We're ready for you. Hope you've got a ticket. Hope you grab a seat, because we're going to have some fun for this next hour and a half. Okay, call it maybe 2 hours, because it's going to take a little bit still to get out of here. All right, I am going to bring up Sim Toolkit. Oops, something real quick. Get rid of that. There we go. Sim Toolkit, where are you? Ah, there you are. All right. Again, great program here. It's free. I love the word free, folks, in the flight sim world. In the old Microsoft days, there was nothing ever free of any value. X-Plane, there's more than you really imagine. For instance, we'll get to that in a minute. For instance, this airplane we're in. We'll get to that. You'll see in a second. But let's pre-flight this real quick, shall we? Loadout for today, you've already seen it, 35,000 pounds. 175 brave souls are in the process of signing their non-disclosures, so that if I do fly kind of haphazardly, well, they can't say anything for a course of the rest of their life. 130,043 pounds for the zero fuel weight. And again, we said the fuel cost index, 44 pounds. Atlanta, we're going to climb out to 36,000 feet per the departure. Speaking of which, there's our route here to the right of Vermin to RESPE, to Louisville, to DROSE, to the Fisk 5 arrival, to 3-1 Charlie in Chicago. So hopefully it'll be a good flight up there weather-wise. We're going to check that here momentarily. Okay, let's clear that out. Let's pull that weather. Here in Atlanta, currently 240 at 11 with some gusts to 16. Not too bad for a 26 left departure. We got some clouds at 3,000 feet, then supposedly no clouds the rest of the way up. We'll see. 29 degrees on the temperature, Celsius-wise, 2989. Beautiful day for the most part. Unless you don't like it hot, well then you're in the wrong place, because hot Atlanta is hot. All right, let's get up to Chicago. This may be a little more challenging than we see here. We got a wind at 310 at 13, gusts to 21. Oh, geez, we're going to the Windy City. It's living to its name right there. 10 miles of visibility. Our ceiling currently is 2,300 feet. We also have another broken layer at 2,900 feet. Broken and overcast, folks, set a ceiling. That is very important on your instrument approaches. That's when you start looking at your minimums. Now, 2,300 feet, well, that ain't too bad. When you get down to 300 feet, now you might be very close to minimums. So that's why you got to really pay attention at this level. Also, your visual mileage 10. When that gets down under a mile, ooh, things get real fun, especially on this runway. They've got 2 long runways there, folks, and they get fun. 2964 up there. And it appears to be dry runways. We'll see. All right, so there you go, folks. There is our weather brief. Now, I am going to go ahead while we're here, do a quick look at the Varman 2, which is our departure. With the winds favoring 2-6s, that means west stops is in action. So we're taking off to the west, 2-6 left to be exact. Real quick up at the top, we got a D-ATIS. Again, D-ATIS, folks. If you go right to this, I'm going to help you out here. If you're flying along coast to coast, we'll just say, and you want to know, say you took off in Boston going to Oakland. Well, I think Oakland's got a D-ATIS. You can go to this website, datis.cloud.io. Now, it's only US. So if you think you can do it down in, say you're going to Sao Paulo in Brazil, Heathrow up in the UK, not going to work. But you also have Similar to help you too. But this site will help you as you transit the country to get a feel for what you need to begin thinking for your arrival. Because if you put your arrival in, now I know Airbus drivers, we're supposed to put the arrival and runway in. Don't be surprised if you might change it in that 5 hours you were in flight. It's possible, especially going into Chicago or Oklahoma City. Folks, the weather changes when you blink your eye there sometimes. So that's why that's a great site to go to. Then you got some restrictions here, which we're not going to worry about because you know what? Hey, this Flying with Mike, we need no restrictions. Actually, probably the FAA is going, yeah, you're restricted to not ever think about getting in an airplane. All right, so transition, like always, into US is 18,000. It's an RNAV departure, DMEs and IRUs and GPSs, all of that good fun stuff. You have to have one of those. Okay, real quick. 26 left, we're going to climb 275, intercepting course 300 to Impasse. Direct the then directed route to Vermin. Maintain 250 to Zelen. Where Zelen is, we'll get it here in a second. And then from Vermin, we are going to routing. Maintain 10,000. Expect clearance 10 minutes after departure. Folks, how you determine that 10 minutes, most checklists, if you're using one, will tell you timers. That's what they're for on takeoff. Guess what? It's going to tell you how many minutes you've been either going down the approach or 10 minutes since you departed. Or if you're not in controlled airspace, you could go straight up, especially in VATSIM. All right, so here we are, folks. Let's look at the way it looks. 275, then we're going to go direct Impasse. Direct Zelen to be at 250. We can't go in. How did it read? Maintain 250. So even if we're in control, say Atlanta Center, Atlanta some kind of approach, or has us, by the chart, okay, not by their words, by the chart, we're supposed to go no faster than 250 to Zelen, even if we're above 10,000 feet. If we're above 10,000 feet at that point, most times they'll tell you, when you're cleared up, you can always go, hey, are we cleared with no restrictions on speed or what? Problem is, when you're coming out of the busiest airport in the world, in the real world, folks, guess what? There's traffic ahead of you. That's what the 250 is to keep you guys spaced. Okay, then we're going to go to Word, up here to Vermin, and then our transition, which is RESPE. Okay, pretty simple departure. So we'll get rid of that. And other than that, down here, folks, you see this neat little thing here on Sim Toolkit. You can put whatever you want by clicking this little tab manager. I have the D-ATIS. Look at that. I can just go right here, go Atlanta, departures. We're departing 26 left and 26 or 27 right. Expect RNAV off the ground, departing 26 left. Expect RNAV off the ground, departing 26. Basically, what that means is they're going to probably say cleared direct impasse. Or RNAV to impasse. I forget how the word is. It's been a while since I've heard it. So yeah, that's what all that means. But this is that cloud site, folks. So if you go to Atlanta, you got the departure side. You also have the arrival side. And it gives you everything you need to know. If it's raining, there'll be the NOTAM up here telling you wet runway. So it's really a nice tool that's why I included it here into my Sim Toolkit. All right, so let's get rid of Sim Toolkit and get this bird going. What do you say? All right, I lift off. I've already got the aircraft fueled, loaded with people. Well, almost loaded with people. Stand by. Yeah, we're loaded. Got our fuel. Got almost, well, we have our numbers. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to just start the leg. Now when I look back, just so you can see it real quick, you'll see the people. See them back there? You see arms and maybe a leg or two sticking out. Heads all up and down. So we're loaded. All right, so we're going to continue on. We're already almost ready to go here. I just got to finish up some stuff with the FMC. And we're ready to blow this popsicle stand. What do you think? 304 69. 304 diagonal 69. Try to zoom in a little more so you can get a better read on it. Okay. Execute. Now, I don't fill in these numbers because, quite frankly, I never get it right. So I just leave them alone and go to N1 limits. Now, for this, I do use another program. This is going to be the interactive portion of Flying with Mike. Would you please grab a pencil and paper? What we're going to do, just because it makes things so much easier, we're going to have you write the numbers down so you can see it for yourself. Okay, TopCat. The program I like to use a lot on here. It's only really good for me on the Airbus 220 or 320, 737-800, MD-11, and the 767 when I fly them. Once I get back, maybe I'll get back into 400 flying with the 747. For now, I don't fly it. I just fly the 747-200. But anyway, so Airbus 320, 737-800, MD-11, and the 767, you'll see me use this tool. It's a great, it is payware. You can bundle it with Professional Flight Planner X. Now don't get rambunctious and think, oh, it's only for X-Plane. No, actually it's more for FSX, meaning Microsoft. X-Plane benefits off of it because a lot of their aircraft are as real as they can get. Mind you, this 737 is that. Remember, I told you we're going to get back to something about this being free. So anyway, you fill this page out. This is the weight and balance. You can go in here and put your aircraft hangar that you have personally in both Professional Flight Planner and this, or you can run just this. Then from SimBrief, you can pull your fuel numbers over. Little cumbersome doing it that way, but hey, it works. And I did not check something. Shame on me. Boy, did I blow that. I am 300. So let me drop this to 2. Bring this up to 7. Down to 4. Nope, down to 3. There we go. Now we're to my 0 fuel weight. I did not catch that, folks. All right. Everything else is just about spot on. I'm good with it. Okay, we just go right up here to the category takeoff. Oh, and by the way, those of you ACAR, loving people that I, for the love of, just cannot figure out how to use in my TOLUS aircraft. You have that ability here, right here. But anyway, we're just going to come down and we're going to click update. That's all we got to do real quick. All it's going to do is update the winds 270 to 11, 31 degrees, 10-12, dry runway. Well, we set that. And I'm using NOAA, but you can use IVAO, VATSIM, Active Sky X. And it will pull from those. We're going to go off to 6 left. So there's your parameters. Come back to this one here, slope, in a minute. Okay, then we come down here and we kind of see how our takeoff weight looks. Well, that looks pretty good. You can verify it with the EFB and make it what it needs to be. Set it up. I set it for optimum. Air conditioning on or off, anti-ice on or off. Those are your calls. You are the captain, not me and your plane. You are, if you're using this. Then just click, it's tough, I know, click compute and ding, it's ready. All right, here we go. Here's where you need the pen and paper, folks, because I'm not going to keep this up. So we're going to do a TO departure. So we're going to not bring it down to TO1 or TO2. We're going to just go straight takeoff, but we are going to select our temperature at 38 degrees. So we're going to make the engine think it's 38 degrees Celsius out there. Ooh, hot day, hot day. What that does, okay, if we went at 31 degrees, which is what it is right now out there, we'd be at 100% N1. As it is now, we're only pulling back 1%. And we still have 2,400 feet of runway left when we rotate off, okay? I'm not real, well, it's because it's hot and humid here. I'll give you the reasoning why. We're not getting a TO1 or a TO2, which knocks it down even more. What we're doing, folks, is we're pulling back from 100% point 1 to 99. We're saving those $1 million babies on the wings. Folks, those are a very expensive item. They're probably the most expensive on the plane. Got rid of them. I bet that plane is not near as much. Don't worry, the avionics comes next. So we're pulling back to try to ease the wear and tear on it, but yet provide enough thrust to get in the air and climb. That's the whole name of the game, right, folks? We got to get in the air. We got to climb up to altitude, and then things settle down up there. The whole game here is to settle, keep those engines from going max as much as possible to, again, extend the life to get as close to that magical overhaul time for those engines. Because like I said, they're very expensive out there. So that's why they do this. So again, 38 degrees will yield us a V1 between 149 and 150. Rotate will be 150. V2 will be 153. Okay, so those are the numbers I want you to write down. And if you want, you can write down to 2442 because there just might be a pop quiz at the end. But anyway, and you folks thought you were out of school. Ha 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 ha. All right, so, it's going to go away now, folks. So now you see why I said to write this down. Oh, come on. Play nice, because I don't have... There we go. All right, so we said takeoff. Okay, so we're set to take off already. That's a piece of cake. Okay, I've never had it do that. Why'd it do that? That's not cool. The heck is going on with... Okay, I am going to go ahead and set climb 1. And we said 26 left, 270. Okay, computing. Wow, putting it over on that side just kind of killed it. Oh, mackerel. I said 38. Well, we try it again because it's not wanting to play right. Yeah, 38. Okay, so there we go. So with 38 put in, go to the takeoff page. Now this will fill in once we put flaps. First thing I do is go to CG. All right, so we're looking at a... Boy, it is just really something. I think this program is really the culprit that gets me. All right, so hang on. I am going to have to write some data down. So 275 for our heading, plus 0.3, and okay, I think we're good to go. All right, so what I do is I actually go to the next page, which many streamers won't take the time to do this. Okay, runway slope. All right, what we do here is we just put U for up, D as in Delta for down, 0.3, which is what the number was. Sorry, I didn't give you the... And then we go slash, and it wants the runway heading, 270. Wait, correction, 5. I could hear you all out there yelling at me already. All right, so we got our winds and this. Now, if we had a wet runway, we could just click here to go over. We're showing 30 degrees. I'm fine with that, folks. QR is on. Okay, so now we'll go to next page. And we said flaps 1. I did not write that down. Shame on this guy. Looks like flaps 1. All right, so flaps 1. All you gotta do is very simple. Now we're gonna get our QRH and 49, 50, and 53. We can just plug those in. 149, 150, and 153. How many feet of runway are we going to have left after this, folks? There's your pop quiz. All right, there you go, folks. And you can turn this off so it doesn't bug you by simply clicking there. So there you go, folks. We are now pretty much ready to go. We just got some minor things to get going. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and get the APU going. Okay, APU should be spooling up here in a second. Maybe. There it goes. Sometimes it takes a little bit for the door to open up. Okay, while we're waiting, I'm going to go up top here. All right, so we've aligned our IRS. Now, before I go into alignment, I always move this outer switch here to heading status. It's aligned now, but it would tell you the minutes right here to align. That's the status. Now we got a status 2.4. I don't know what that code is. A 9.5 and a 2.4. I think our heading is 0.95 and our code is 2.4, whatever that is. You savvy IRS guys would know that. Okay, so we're back to what you all are used to there. Yeah, see where we are. Once the blue light lights here, folks, guess what? We're on the generator. We're on the APU bleed valve. We're going to switch to APU here. The famous Hawker 125 AC/DC switch. All right, and that takes care of all of the pre-flight, folks. We are ready to go. We can actually turn the yaw damper on now. Last bit of checks mainly revolves around your middle control panel here. And basically all we got to do is flight directors on. I don't arm the auto throttle as my checklist says until the runway. I've had some problems where it liked to kick on before and try to give me headaches. So I try to avoid that. 275 for the heading. And let's be good. Let's be a good little pilot in case in this ensuing time frame some controllers came up and then say, what are you doing there, Southwest 18? What are you climbing above our minimum altitude of 10,000 feet? So we'll play nice. All right, there's 10,000 feet. All right, and finally, we need to do the fuel flow. Let's set that to reset and minimums. All right, let's just do it this way. Now I've got it set so I can go across the board and set my altimeter all right here. So 2987, tink, 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 tink. Minimums will set to 200. And know that we may have to adjust this, folks. Actually, I'm going to go to 4. For the radar altimeter. Okay, radio, folks, means radar. I know, you're going, no, it doesn't. It means radio, like FM and AM. It's my music channel. Okay, now baro is a little different. That one's going to run off your altimeter. I'm going to go to 1400. All right, so you can see my altimeter and my baro, and if I just move the rocker switch back, we're at 400, okay? Now, I'm going to go into the middle here, and look, they're all set right here. That's why I go that way. It makes it so much easier. Landing gear levers still down, 3 green. Spoilers are down, flaps are up and indicating up. Looking down here, fuel levers are still into cutoff. Parking brake sets, stape trims normal. Did our fire checks, and let's get some freaks in here just for the fun of it. What's a flight without a couple of freaks? Sorry, folks, you should have known that bad pun was coming. All right, give me a second here. What is Atlanta? Hot Atlanta, what is your frequency? 6? Really? I would have never guessed GSU was Atlanta. Huh, about that. All right, now this radio, folks, I know it looks a little complicated, but it really isn't. I can change the ILS up here to VOR, or I'm sorry, down here. This is your standby area. Active standby. The ILS to VOR. We're on VOR 11690, and that's just giving me an idea how far out we are. And since I know we're going to Louisville and flying over that VOR, how about 14.8 over here? I am going to switch it. Okay, as soon as it says that, 14.80. And folks, then it works just like any other radio. Like I said, really simple to use. It just takes a few seconds to get used to. I'm leaving this on ILS because we're going to need it to get into there. All right, so there we go, folks. We are all set, ready to go. I'm just going to punch over here, tell them I want the, before I kill the GPU, always, folks, make sure, 1, the APU is running, 2, the GPU is on, or the APU gens are on. Then come back here and disconnect. Otherwise, you go cold and dark. All right, yaw dampers on, parking brakes set, and passengers are aboard. Southwest 18 is ready for pushback, folks. And I just need to start Mac Air so we get a little credit for this flight. That's the flight attendant telling me everybody's on board. And they closed my door. All right, so logbook. Oh, dummy. Want to go to bids. Fly the bid, okay. High rep. Let me just get down to the 737s real quick. Okay, I don't see it. I mean, it came up so quick, yeah, a couple of days ago when I booked this flight. It was unreal. Now it's like forever to find it. There it is. $75, we're going up to 36, and I need my route. Okay, just going double checks. Okay, and then I can also have this tell me my speeds. I think it comes out audible on ZIBO, but you know, it's always nice to have it. Again, 149, 150, 153. Excuse me, folks, safe. All right, folks, and I'll be right back. Wife has a phone call.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing. Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
All right, folks, we're back with you. Sorry for that. Wife takes precedence. She makes the bread and butter that makes flying with Mike cool. Kind of sounds weird. All right, we're just waiting on our pushback tug, folks. We've got the beacon on. Seatbelt sign now on. And once we start our pushback, I think I just heard him. Yep, he's here. So we're going to go ahead and take the chocks.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
All right, folks, I hope you're strapped in and ready to go. We're about to push.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tows connected, bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Break off.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
All right, let's take a look here, folks. Oh, man. All right, let's go ahead, as he said, light them up. Okay, what I did there right before I released the brake, turned the packs off. You have to do that, folks. I always make sure the fuel pumps are on. We'll keep the center ones on until we're ready for takeoff. Really, that's just my call. And we just go to ground. At 17 to 25, we can bring the fuel lever to idle. Okay, and we'll just wait for him to get us stopped, and then we'll get the other engine going.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Okay, let's go ahead and get that generator on. Let's go to ground. Try that again. There we go, folks. We got 2 good light ups. He's disconnecting. Got 1 more generator to get on, and then we'll be ready to go here.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pop that generator on and get that hydraulic pump on. Okay, he's coming around the corner here.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 2557, lining up runway 26 left, Atlanta.
Atlanta traffic, Southwest 2395, clear runway 27 right, Bravo 3, taxiing to the terminal, we'll hold short of Bravo 2 at runway 26 left, Atlanta.
All right, so we've got our get our voltmeter set. Go, and hydraulics are on. Probe heats, anti-ice, left and right packs. Okay, isolation valve up, there, and we're good. Again.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 2557, departing runway 26 left, engine 2 departure, climbing to 10,000, Atlanta traffic.
All right, again, make sure you see that blue thing before you turn this off, otherwise she will go dark. All right, folks, APU is shutting down. We just need to set the flaps to 1. Auto brake.
Atlanta in traffic, Delta 2411, clear runway 27 left, crossing runway 27 right, Atlanta.
And Ardo C, takeoff C to continues. All right, auto brakes, runway lights, position, and here we go. Boom, boom, boom. We're taxiing. And we're going to go ahead and put this all the way over so we don't forget. All right, folks, we are on our way out to 26 left. Folks, if you haven't done so already and you're new to the channel, love for you to hit that follow button. Costs you nothing here on Twitch, just an email you'll receive when I go live. If you're watching this in a replay on YouTube, hey, we'd love you to smash that subscribe and like button. Lets me know people are liking the content I'm putting out there, and to keep pushing, you know, maybe certain aircraft for YouTube. But otherwise, folks, we are taxiing to 26 left, and every one of you, we sure appreciate you being on board. I'm glad you've signed your NDA so you can't get too complaint with me about how poorly we fly the aircraft. And that is a joke, by the way. I actually had someone take me seriously. Where's the NDA to sign? And we just got a little ways to go as we go by the international. Again, also, folks, this is the new Atlanta C. Well, I don't know if it's new. It touts being new from Nimbus, but I may have it in the wrong sim. I think it might be X-Plane 11 because I can't get the gates to work or the marshallers. I thought I had AutoGate in here, but the way it reads, you don't need to download AutoGate. But everything else seems functional. But yeah, fantastic scene. Oh yeah, the other thing we found not working.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 124, taking off runway 26 left.
Was it touts this plug-in that'll change the color of the tower and the they call them tints, I think it is, or covers. Well, heck, I'll show you what it says. Canopy, and that isn't working. Now, granted, it's now daylight, but you know, hey. Now, see, now that's red and blue. And tell me this isn't the canopy it's talking about. Because these are Delta hangars. Matter of fact, that should say Fly Delta if memory serves from this airport. But I could be wrong. Fly Delta jets, that's it. nice little look as we go around. Now, as I was loading, no, that was Chicago. I also loaded Chicago Airport's XP. Dummy me didn't know that was also X-Plane 11. So, do you know what? It looks phenomenal in here, folks. So, I'm not upset in the least. All right, well, it looks like we're next for departures unless someone spawns on the runway. That's never happened. Actually, I don't think it has happened while flying with Mike, but it has in the past. All right, so let's do our before takeoff checks again just to make sure so we can call. We'll be ready at the end. Let's see. Engine starts are in continuous. Hawker 125. Welcome aboard. Our moderator has arrived. Or is at lunch, one of the two. Again, try and give you all as much of a flavor of this as we can now. But welcome in, Hawker. Oh, what's going on down here? Let's get up here and find out. We're gonna go inside. Heck yeah. Atlanta traffic, Southwest 18, departing runway 26 left. All right, checks are complete. Engines are continues, auto brake set. Turn off lights, they can stay on. And let's go ahead and ding ding.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
And I need to get the strobes on.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 124, climbing flight level 340 on Bang 3 departure.
All right, runway looks clear ahead. Lights are on. TARA. Weather and terrain. Here we go. Timer. Punch it. How many feet of runway were we supposed to have? 2? Well, you guys didn't know there were going to be this many pop quizzes, did you?
V1. Rotate. V2.
V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
$1,000.
Okay, landing gear off. Nice look at the airport there, folks, for you. That's sometimes why I do that, folks. Get her on autopilot so I can do these nice, fun things that other sims can't. Easily, I should say. Okay, flaps are coming up, and I hate when it pops around like that. And I know it's because my frame rates. Let's take a look at them real quick for those curious. Yeah, we're picking up a little bit here, folks. All right, again, remember, 10 minutes, so we got 8 to go. Then we can continue our climb. Okay, that's too weird. All right, folks, we are now through 6,000, headed to Vermin with a couple of intermediate waypoints. Now, I keep my heading here, folks, in case, try to keep it even with the magenta line, just in case something bad happens and all of a sudden I have no autopilot. And then what are you going to do, guys?
Landing traffic southwest of 47, 14 miles, runway 26 right, Atlanta.
Hey, again, we have now crossed Zealand. If you remember, actually we have 3 miles. We have to be 250 at this point. So even if we got above 10,000 feet, which I'm sure, like an MD-11, there's a good chance it might, we may still, no, we're not going to make it. Oh, we could get close. We stay below. We stay at 250 until. All right, we're going on. 36,000. There goes Zealand in our back pocket, and away we go now to
10,000 feet.
World and then Vermin. Look at that. We can clear 10,000 and we're good. All right, lights off. Okay, and that way the flight attendants know we've cleared and it's pretty safe for them to get up. So folks, I hope you enjoyed the departure. It took us about an hour to get out of Hotlanta and head up to the Windy. Coming into some of the shortest, not the shortest, but one of those airports with a lot of short field runways. Midway. It's a 1 square mile airport. So, ought to be a fun approach once we get up there. Got about an hour and a half to get there. So we'll try not to dally too much. Oh, hit the wrong switch. Sorry, folks. How about that? The live stream is not coming to an end just yet. It says about an hour and 20, I think is what I'm reading up there. It's kind of hard to read. Yeah, an hour and 20. Oh, Atlanta Center, I think, just popped in on us. Well, they're going to have to ping me. All right, let me get down here, though. 132. I'm one of those that if you don't talk to me, I'm not talking to you. You talking to me? Oh, I wish I knew what does that in X-Plane. Makes it bounce around like that. That and the other one that's on the always nags at me is this one. The anti-collision switch go on and off with the brakes. I don't get why it tags to that. So, and they're not even close on the joystick, so it's not something like it'd be something with the joysticks. All right, we're about to cross 18. Go ahead and go to legs on this page. Yeah, why not? Let's hear how busy he is. Atlanta Center, Southwest 18's with you, climbing out on the Vermin 2 departure for Midway.
Southwest 18, Atlanta Center, squawk 3174, ident.
3174 in ident, Southwest 18.
Southwest 747 at Bravo 6, cross 26 left, echo parking.
Cross 26 left, Bravo 6, echo to parking, Southwest 747.
18,000 feet.
Three 174, and I'll do it the easy way. I always forget where it is. Oh, it's
Southwest 18, go to contact 27 miles east of Rome, climb maintain flight level 360.
Southwest 18 understands. Continue up to flight level 360. And doink. Alright, we just crossed transition, folks, so that means we switched to standard. I'm going to go ahead and kill the wing lights and continue on.
Atlanta Center, Delta 25 Heavy, we're going to be descending via the Osmond arrival at 700 feet. Delta 25, Atlanta, ident, say altitude.
Altitude.
We're going to be at 5,200 feet and all ident. Atlanta Center, good afternoon, United 5 Heavy, we do flight level 330, checking in. United 5, Atlanta Center, squawk 2001, ident. 001 and ident, United 5 Heavy. Delta 25, out of contact, 23 miles east northeast of Atlanta, and you're for 27 left. Oh yes, we're going to be number 270. I'll stand by, Delta 25.
Oh, volumes don't work in this, darn it.
Let us settle for Delta 25 Heavy, we're going to be out for 26 right. 25 Heavy, Rush, cleared ILS, runway 26 right approach. Clear ILS, 26 right approach, Delta 25 Heavy. United 5, out of contact, 58 miles west of Choo-Choo, maintain flight level 330.
Oh, I love it.
Level
Choo-choo.
330, United 5 Heavy.
Heading to the Chattanooga choo-choo.
Atlanta Center, hello, United 287, requesting IFR to Houston with Sierra.
Yeah, 287, Atlanta, requesting by. Parking 627, you're loud and clear.
All right, folks, we are on our way. Got about an hour and 10 minutes or so, an hour to get up there. So kind of sit back, relax. We're just going to kind of ease on. We'll be out of their airspace here shortly. Hang on, or welcome on. Thank you, sir, for the have a nice flight. I hope you've enjoyed. Look forward to seeing you on future flights. Yes, it is the beautiful. You know, and I.
25 headed runway 26 for quit on.
I'm glad you just mentioned that there, Handgun. Folks, the reason I was saying.
Travel 2281 cross Aussie at 12000 250 knots. It is Foxtrot.
Cross Aussie at 12000 250 knots, and we'll get Foxtrot World Travel 2281 heavy, thanks.
There we go. Turn them down that way. Remember I was talking, folks, about free and how Microsoft, the word free isn't as great. Usually you get what you pay for, which free usually isn't all that great. Most auto brakes. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you for catching that. In X-Plane, it's kind of not a bad word, free. Speaking of which, this mod, for those of you who spent the money to get the Microsoft product, the money to get the PMDG, folks, you've got the PMDG quality in this mod. Folks, it's free. Price of admission to X-Plane plus downloading the mod, free. Well, not the price of admission to X-Plane. Oh, I could hear the thunderbolts ready to come at me from Austin. Ooh, that was close. The weather radar, no. It does, but we don't have any weather here to speak of anyway, so, but not really. And when they do an X-Plane, I've got to figure out if it's something on my end or if it is just X-Plane. They're all just green dots instead of the nice yellows and reds, and I think we get blues. I forget all the colors of the radar bands. So yeah, we don't get that here. So okay, I got to get out of his airspace. Hopefully that's low enough. So unfortunately we don't have that. And I do believe PMDG does have that. Again, there are some big pluses to PMDG, but last I heard they don't have one of those yet. And that's last I heard. That could have, I could be way off, folks. So don't crucify me yet. But this is free, folks, and it is top of the notch, folks. I mean, it's PMDG quality. Climb and maintain 32.
2281, expect ILS 27 left.
ILS 27 left, World Travel 2281 heavy.
Southwest 18 understands. We'll hold off at 32,000 on our climb.
Southwest 18 is going to be for traffic 10 o'clock, 34 miles eastbound at flight level 330, heavy 787.
We're watching for them. Wouldn't you know they throw somebody in front of me? But anyway, folks, this is free. Now we do have payware. The scenery I just left, that's payware. I fly the flight factors. I fly the Tolus. I fly the Felis. They're all payware. But folks, this 737 is free. And what to me, unbelievable for freeware. And all I got to say to the folks over at ZIBO, one, thank you, and what a great job you've done. So let's see here. I don't see traffic on my TCAS. Let me double check. I do have, yep, I do have it set. I did not see anything when I looked up there. Ah, there he is. Okay. Well, why the heck couldn't I climb over him? Hang on a second. I think I know why. He's at 33. Yeah, we'd have been pretty doggone close. Good call on the controller's part. Up. And Atlanta Center, Southwest 18. I have the traffic on TCAS now.
Southwest 18, roger. Coming up 11 o'clock, 13 miles. Once they pass you, I'll get you up a little higher.
Southwest 18 copies.
Southwest 18, just caution wake turbulence. Aircraft is a heavy Boeing 77.
Southwest 18 will hang on for life for the fun ride. Heck yeah, this is going to be a roller coaster. Let's find out. Up, I got him in sight. There's the contrails of him, folks. Let's see if we see him inside. Yep. You know, I'm actually finding a lot of 800s that have this style on the wings. Mainly Europe, but I am finding several. Now, maybe they are Maxes. Yeah, he just crossed ahead of us, so we should be.
Roger, I'll talk to you in a bit. Delta 25 heavy, turn left on Bravo, right on Delta. Left on Bravo, right on Delta, 25 heavy.
And that, folks, at 20 miles out, you used to not get both Microsoft.
Southwest 18, traffic no factor, climbing time flight level 360.
Southwest 18 understands, continuing climb up to flight level 360. All right, let's do it.
25 heavy, add Delta
Terrain,
cross
right?
26 left in the
Yes,
parking
terrain.
area.
Go.
Double 26 left to the parking. Delta 2, 5 heavy.
See if she'll continue on for me. Perfect. All right, onward and upward. Actually, you know what? We probably are just above the wake turbulence. Perfect timing. Okay, I'm going to bump up to 80. Starting to get to the top end of his RESPEs may be where he hands me out of here. So, but anyway, folks, there you go. Great product here, folks, free. Do you have ZIBO Max design? I'm not sure what that is. I just have ZIBO. Oh, is that for the Max? In here to save your eardrums, folks, unless of course you like it loud. ZIBO Max design. Also a nice. I will have to look for that. I haven't heard of that, but that doesn't say much. I'm old Microsoft guy from FSX on back, but did not go to the new one. That's when I made the switch over to X-Plane. So I'm still very new to this, even though I've been flying exclusively X-Planes since 2020. Somewhere I saw a rumor, maybe I'll put it as a rumor, that let me turn him up because I'm getting close to exiting.
Atlanta 7, TransBlue 515, flight level 320, coming up on Larry. Triple 515, Atlanta Center, hi Dan. Triple 515, I'm sorry, correction, squawk 3320, 3320. Squawk 3320, JetBlue 515.
Oh, she is taking her time to get to 36.
Thousand ago.
Oh, I can't remember the rumor I'd heard. Oh, the level up 737.
Triple 515, radar contact, 100 miles north of Alma. Descend via the Jedi 3 arrival, it is Foxtrot.
Could be on the horizon for X-Plane 12. I never flew it, so I don't.
Radar contact acknowledged. Descend via Jedi 3 arrival. JetBlue 515.
So.
Southwest 18, radar service terminated. Change to advisory frequency approved.
Southwest 18 copies over to Unicom. Have a great day. Great job.
You too. Atlanta Center, Delta 14.
Yay. That'll help us a lot, folks. Thank you, sir. He must be a follower, so he knew to. No, I don't know. Actually, I do know of at least one, maybe two. Yeah, it's working. The airplane's pushing pretty hard at climb now. Well, she'll be leveling off here, so I did turn the center pumps on, yes. Okay, and they're about empty anyway, so. But yeah, great airplane, folks. But yeah, the level up, I heard that it might be coming. I don't know. I know a couple of streamers that with one of the VAs I fly for. He loved that plane, but like I say, I don't know 100% truth or fiction on it, so, because I don't want to get his hopes up if it is coming, because he loved that plane. All right, so we are leveled off at 36,000 and setting to cruise. All right, I'll go ahead and turn that off. Make sure our lights are off. Okay, pressurization looks good. Good, all right. Oh, I hit the same key. Sorry, folks, for bouncing around like I am. I apologize. The Dramamine pills will be dispensed. Now we can test the age of the audience. If you remember the old Batman TV show with the spinning stuff to set, welcome. This is the same show. Like I said, testing the age of the audience. Now, I like this livery here, folks. I like the fact that maintenance didn't get the engine covers right. I like it. Yeah, I mean, X-Plane 12 has really come about these, especially in these last two updates, 04 and 05. And 06, I have seen a couple of preview images of some of the clouds coming. They're still working on them, but I'm telling you folks, they're getting pretty good. I am really digging them. I really hope to see the cirrus clouds. That's going to be cool. Yeah. And I'll be flying Southwest here in a month or two, headed to Baltimore on it, so ought to be fun. Now, about the only additional things, I've never tried to log in to station. I don't have any to log in. I should have tried Atlanta. Well, he wasn't up. Let me try. Where's my hobby? Let's see. Now Z will be at the bottom of the list. He's not on VATSIM or on where you can use the ACARS system. Heck, I'm not seeing a lot at all. Oh, there's Munich. Now there's a lot in Europe. A lot in Europe use this. I guess the US is still learning about it. Alright, well, I'm not going to get METARs, I guess. Try me. There we go. Let's see what's going on in Midway. I knew it was there somewhere. Alright, so still 10 miles, 3,700 broken. So we're actually come up a little bit on the cloudiness. That's good. 10 miles, what's this broken? Oh, I'm curious what this means with no altitude. Unless it didn't come out in a message. Ooh, thunderstorms northeast. Thunder showers, I should say. All right. All right, according to this, we have 200 miles to go. I want to double check our runway into there. So let me bring up some toolkit. And you'll see why I'm doing this here in a second, folks. Sim toolkit. All right, I am going to go to DATIS again. I'm going to look and see if Midway is on here. Okay, Midway. 2,900 feet, so we do have a lower level. Okay. 23 and 16. All right, so ILS 3-1 Charlie, approach in use, landing and departing 3 1s. Okay. And no signs of a wet runway. Okay. All right, so what that's going to mean, folks, we'll get rid of this. All right, so when we get the DROSE up here, we start the arrival on the FISC 5 arrival. Okay. It's an RNAV. And it's good for 4 right, 13 Charlie, 22 left, and 31 center. DATIS, 620 feet. DME IRUs are required, those we have. So we just go from FISC. So routing is DROSE, Trolley, Goten, FISC. Okay, below 18,000 at Goten. All right, then from FISC we go 302 to VEC. Then track 323 to Aussie, 322 to Azumo. Then track 301 to cross Haley at 6,000 feet. So we're right here on the chart. Was I reading the right one? Oh, now for landing, we're 3-1 Charlie. So from Haley, we're going to head to 2. Hang on a second, folks. That just bugs me. We're going to head 295 to Hayden. At 6,000, then 295 to Hills. At 5,000, 240, expect ILS or RNAV for 3-1 Charlie or vectors to the final approach. Okay, so pretty straightforward. So you saw that below 18 here at Goten to FISC, then VEC Aussie, Osmu to Haley at 6,000. It's funny, at or above 6,000 at Hayden, even though we're at 6. Then at 5,000, 240 at Hills. All right, we're going to go to flights and approaches. Hills, and we're just going to add it to the route so it drops it down here. So now you can see how we transition in. Let's look at the chart. Hills is roughly 14.5 miles out, 5,000 feet. We knew that. And we're going to begin immediately slowing down to be at our approach speed here. So we go Hills, Gleam, Runts, Hobel. All right, pretty simple there. Let's look at the top here where the meat and potatoes are. All right, there's our frequencies to potentially look for up here in Chicagoland. Localizer 1099, final approach 318. Hobble at 1,700 feet, and we are on the glide path. Our decision altitudes are 863 feet MSL or 250 feet AGL. So we'll adjust our barometer or our radar altimeter to 250. Here's the missed approach you all can read. I'll try to keep it in sight here. And then we have some other little tidbits here for you. 18,000 feet for the transition. And again, the glide paths may not coincide inside the aircraft to what's at the runway when we look up coming down. All right, hope you read the missed approach, because we're moving on to the east side. Oh, sorry, folks. Hills. Again, mandatory 5,240, and we work our way in. Here's our vertical profile. And we'll determine our approach speed here in just a minute. But I'm going to gather right about 150, so about 800 foot a minute descent. We have an interesting approach lighting. It's, I think, nothing but strobes, don't get me wrong, but it's RLLS. I got to look that one up. Pappy's on the left, and we have runway identifier lights at the end. Runway end identifier lights, sorry. Missed approach again. We have to have 250 on the ceiling or higher. If it's not, we don't go in. We find a different approach. I don't think they have one with lower minimums. So now if the approach lights are out, we're still the same numbers and we're still the same RVR, 40 3/4 of a mile. So this number and this number are lower, cannot come in here. We tried it once at an airport, folks, and we found out why you abide by these numbers. Actually, you abide by them before departure too. So otherwise we wouldn't have gone and we wouldn't have crashed. So there's the charts. One more look at that, and then we're going to get rid of it. We're going to look at this two ways again. Oh, fuel. That means we're out of center tank fuel. 150 to go. Let's come over here to the EFB. If you go to the weight, what did they call this page? Fuel, weight, and balance. We have a performance lander. Select your runway, which for us is going to probably be pretty close to the last one. We're dry, winds. Here's where it gets kind of fun, because it never makes it easy for us. All right, they're showing 280 at 16, so we'll go with that. And by that I mean that is sky vector. Temperature a 23. Inches of mercury, 2965. Okay, we are going to go flaps 40. Air conditioning will be on. I'm going to go ahead and run, and we're going to go AB3. And landing weight, it looks to be estimating it. Oh, that's not going to be that page. Sorry, folks. There it is, 138.7. And let's do 5. Thank you very much. And next page will tell us our number. 143 plus 5, so actually 138. So actually we're a little slower than I thought. That's cool. Auto brake 3 will give us 1,600 meters of runway. Man, I hate that it does that. 1,680 meters, almost 1,700 meters. A lot of runway, folks. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is let's see what Top Cat would have had. All right, so we'll click landing. 138.3, that's close enough. We're going to go with the dry for now. I'm going to go ahead and set auto land to auto 3. And let me do an update. Now they got 310 at 10 as well. When was that one? 1953. I don't think that was like 7 minutes ago. Huh. So things are just slow. We'll get it updated. Okay, 6,500 foot runway. It is displaced, folks. So technically, we do not have that. All right, 40, ding, 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 looks good. Let's punch compute, and 138, right on the numbers, coming in at 150. We will be at 150. All right, so the numbers look pretty good. We go back and change that. Back. 310. 13, okay. Gave us a little bit more stopping room. I'm appreciative of that. All right, folks, so we're about 100 miles out, give or take a little bit, 120. And we'll start our top of descent. Man, I really hate when the sim does this. Wish I knew what caused it. But I hope y'all are enjoying it. It's been a fun ride so far. Looking ahead, so far so good. Oh, we have Chicago approach up. So this could turn into a fun run. All right, well, I am going to kick back a little bit here, let you all relax as we come over Louisville and get set up here for the ILS run into Midway and a nice short runway landing. Did maintenance forget to install the hook on the back end of the airplane to help us stop firing mines? All right, folks. That was kind of fun. Having some fun with the cameras on the plane. All right, let's look here real quick. About 90 miles to go. So, folks, now is a good time. I'm going to put mine in right now, but you've got from now until short final. Put in your prediction. Follow this format. We're going to go with basically what it is. It's the exclamation mark, the word predict, a space, and a negative number to get your vote in there to get an idea of what you think how I will do on this short field approach. We had a question out there about the radar. I can't remember the gentleman's name here. Hang on, let me pull up a screen. Iowa Scotsman, I somehow missed you in there. Welcome aboard. Hope you enjoy the ride into it. Here we go. Hang on. Yes, here is some radar returns starting to show up on the radar. So you get an idea what they look like. See these little green things? Believe it or not, this is no longer FAA approved to have radar returns like this. Many years ago, there was a crash down in Georgia. That's how radar used to paint it. Green, darker green, really dark greens, and so. Very hard sometimes to determine the intensity. That's why they switch to the colors you see mostly now on your nightly news, as well as in most aircraft real radars. So you can better determine where to stay away from the rough stuff. The plane got into hail, super heavy rain. The hail actually, I don't believe it was something, I forget what the whole cause of that crash was, but that was a contributing factor that they did get into that severe weather like that. So it's a great show, by the way, if you ever want to watch it. It's called Mayday. Quest has it now, but I think one of the Discovery channels have it too. Really interesting to watch how they do the yeah, I hear that, Iowa Scotsman. But yeah, really a great show. You're really into learning what caused some of these, like let's see what some of there was. It's just amazing, some of the crashes that you find out what happened. That your nightly news only covers the bad part, the crash. Unless it happened in their backyard of their news story, they don't care. If they're news studios, they don't care. And follow up on the what actually happened. One of the more interesting ones they did, I'll give it here real quick. Top at descent is starting to show up here on the nav display. The longest, at the time, the longest running investigation they had. They could not figure out why this 737 crashed on final. Pretty close. I still can't even get over there was a flight in a 737. I guess in the age of regulation, I guess there could have been, from Denver to Colorado Springs. If y'all look at it on a map, it really is pretty close. Well, they crashed, and it would take almost 2 decades, or at least 10 years to begin to unravel what actually happened. Everything they tried wasn't the cause. And it happened one more time to another 737. And the problem was the crew unfortunately died, so they couldn't tell them what happened. They finally had one actually land after going through this, which gave them the answers. Or the area to begin to look, which then gave them the answers. So really fascinating. I get into watching the investigative process. It's amazing. I mean, if they did, they've always said it, if they did car wrecks the same way, folks, at least it wouldn't be the car itself that did may cause the accident. It'd still be that loose nut behind the wheel. All right, I made mention of it. Top of descent, up ahead. So let's get down here to descent procedures. And I am going to turn this down just a tad bit more. Then hopefully remember to turn it off at the end of this song. If not, yeah, it'll keep running. All right, so we're going to put the starters back to continue. We're going to set the altitude to 6,000. Let's not go to 49,000 today. I think that would not be a good thing. I don't know, just call me silly. I think that would be a rough thing. All right, and seatbelts below 15, lights at 10, and then we'll get into the approach procedure. All right. All right, I forgot I had it turned down, but now you can really see the radar returns. I really wish I could make this yellows and reds instead of greens, but yeah, I guess that's, what you get. So I'm okay. We're still good. We'll make it in there, but that's your radar returns. Just double check nobody else came up. Nope. All right, so it looks like Chicago approach will be 119.0. Let's set that. Oh boy, this is really getting frustrating. All right. Really frustrating. I don't know what causes that with my system. And we're in the 40s, so it's not a frame rate issue. All right, let me kill this, folks. Okay, we're just about top of descent. All right, let me see if our weather has updated in Sky Vector. It has 320 at West Palwaukee. 310, yeah. So altimeter 2966. One thing I will give Boeing, I like this preset. It helps, believe me. that when I hit standard, it's going to go right to 2966 instead of me then having to dial it down. I don't know if that's possible in Airbus. I would think it is. Oh, we need to get our minimum set 800. 800. $63. And just so you're aware, folks, this is the same altitude. So you could either set that one or both because you're at the same altitude. The difference being, okay, radio is your radar altimeter, which is your altitude above the ground, okay? The difference being the 860 figure, that is altitude above sea level. Now, both put you at the same point in the sky. It's just where is it measuring it from? And that's off your altimeter settings for the baro. So that, you know, pick your poison. You can either go baro or the radar. And we are now within 20 miles. We're within 12. All right. All right, so a couple of ways you can do this, folks. You can click VNav, click next page to descent, and click descend now. You also have your forecast page, which you can put your transitions on for Europe. I'm not going that route. Of course not. Or click altitude intervene. Does the exact same thing, folks, except you don't have to switch FMCs up. All right, now Midway. 1082. I'll go 10825. All right, and what's the could work off of Joliet. How about Chicago? That'll work. 14 decimal 2. Okay, as soon as we get in closer. ILS for this run, 1099. And we'll go ahead and set our angle, which is 318. All right, so we are set up for at least a single band ILS. We'll see how the weather pans out, but we do have some rain ahead of us. That could turn this into a wet runway. We'll see the numbers. Not sure where we're going to end up picking up approach. So I hope you've all enjoyed the ride out of Atlanta. It's been fun. We're about to come into some weather here, so we'll be doing an instrument approach, and hope you enjoy. If you are, hey, we'd love, and you're new, to click that follow button. That way you get an email from us here letting you know when we'll be live again. If you're watching this on YouTube and it is a delay, they're not live, but we would love you to click that like button and subscribe at the same time. So that way you know when new videos come out. So, but we basically just take this, upload it uncut. So, and we have a 6-hour one that just released yesterday, San Francisco to Honolulu in the Pan Am 747-200. So, and there's a couple of others that have come out. So check them out over at YouTube, folks. Here's a link to our repertoire of videos over there. And again, if you'd like, folks, you could put in your prediction. It's just the exclamation mark, the word predict, and put a space in there and then a negative number. Dial this down a little. The only bad thing with the 737 radar, folks, I can't tilt the radar panel. I think it's all automated. And like I said, I wish I could get yellows and reds. I don't know if we have any reds out there today, but it sure would have been nice. And folks, if you want to fly into Midway, hey, you know, it could be fun. Gary has a great airport you can take off from, Joliet, South Bend, and we could converge and give approach a little bit of fun. So I'm just going to kind of sit here as we descend down through 25,000. All right, we're going to go ahead and kick on the seatbelts. All right, real quick refresher for you all since you may have forgotten. Real quick here. There we go. Here's our approach plate. 109.9, 318, 1700. Yeah, right here. Which is 4 miles out. Those curious, here's the rest of the numbers. All right. And that gives you an idea of what we have ahead of us. We just got to be below 18, wasn't it, by Goten? Yeah, we're very close. We haven't crossed it yet, though. We actually have about 4 miles. But I want our speeds dead on this one. So Okay. 18,000 feet. Just so you can get a little flavor again of what we're flying through.
18,000 feet.
There's the weather. Oh, that's something I could show you real quick. Yeah, here comes NavGraph. Okay, new thing that's come out in the last couple of weeks. Click this cloud with the, what looks like a sun or a moon, however you want to put it. And look, it overlays the weather for you right on your NavGraph chart. You can do it in Sim Toolkit. You can do it standalone. You can do it with the interactive program. Really cool. Plus, you can do all of these, folks. So it's really, really well done. We got a little bit of weather to fly through, so. But yeah, I just wanted to show that off. That's something I have been really looking forward to with NavGraph. They touted that when they went to the 8 Charts 8 program, and Antonio Can 99. Mode S is more advanced than Mode C. I take it we're talking transponders. Off the top of my head, I don't know what Mode S is, but I know Mode C, I believe, is just altitude. So I think you get more with the S, but I don't want to put my fingers on it until I get my FAA documents opened up. All right, anytime here soon, we should be getting approach. Just make sure we don't have any speed restrictions. Just to 6,240 at Hills, okay. Alright, now, according what we saw on SimBrief, we have thunderstorms right ahead of us. And I sure don't see them on radar, but I do see some precipitation right over here. Let's take a look. I got a couple seconds here. I want to fix a typo I see. Huh. Okay, guess it's not a typo. In we go. All right. Time to start concentrating. Oh. I'm looking at this right, folks. Approach went back down. All right. Once we get up here to Asmu, however you want to pronounce it, I'm going to give the, here we go, flight attendants, sit your butts down. Actually, I'm going to do it right now. We're in storms. Okay, still got weather off to our right side or east, and I'm going to go ahead and slow us to 240. Brakes. Oh, yeah, that was smart, Mike. Guess what I forgot? This sometimes. 41 Charlie. Hills. Execute. Damn it. Sure we don't have discontinuity. Okay. Ah. All right. Okay, we're at 240. Lights. All right, folks, here we go. 2966. All right, again, folks, hope you're enjoying. Once we make the turn here at Azumu, I could get kind of quiet here as we have the approach in play. Matter of fact, I'm going to switch now. Which one's 1420? Not which one I'm. Oh, I'm on heights. Okay.
Ten 10,000 feet.
Okay. 240. All right, final checks here. All right, altimeters are set. Altimeter, of course. V cards not set. Let's do that real quick. $40, $139. That works. All right, folks, we are just about to turn inbound Bailey and Hills. Okay, seatbelts are on. For safety's sake, anti-ice. on the engines. All right, again, if we go missed, basically climb to 1100 left, climb to 2100, intercepting to 150. We're going to on the EON radio 1 IGC. Looks like we climb and hold the 21 feet. Okay. Okay. Okay, remember folks, it's unfortunately, did I just kill the auto?
Thousand to go.
I see what I did. Killed the LNAV. Again, that's why I try to keep my heading right where I need it. Look at the layering. Wow. Okay. Set. Let's get that frequency up. Okay, now it is showing the numbers we have put in. Hang on a second. Oh, this frog keeps coming into my throat, folks. Sorry about that. All right, so we'll maintain to 240, but I am going, again, slowing us real quick, because we also need to descend. To 4,000 right at hills. Okay, there's our information. Localizer and glide slope are available now. Wait, no, wait, that's not ours. Hang on. Is it? MXT? Okay, it is ours. Okay, MXT. Always want to verify, folks. I've come on these to be only caught off guard. It's hooking on to another ILS. Shouldn't be any that close, but it happens. And just on the outside chance. Zero. Set. 318. Reason I'm doing this, folks, is in case I gotta go to auto land or very close to it. I want to be safe. Where in the heck am I picking up an outer marker? Okay, I'm going to drop us to closer range. Keep that one kind of wide. Okay, I've got some light rain, so we'll be ready. And yes, that is true, but with the rain, I'm going to go ahead and I don't think I have it set up.
Thousand to go.
1,000. 1,000. Okay, we're going to go ahead and begin our slowdown. About to hit the turn. Let's go ahead and bring that on up. Distance out 13. I'm going to keep slowness. Go ahead, go to. It's not going to let us. Okay. That kind of stunk. Let's get our auto brake set to 3. Don't have the runway yet. Okay. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put the gear down 10 miles out.
Gear down.
$2,500.
Flaps are full. We're 8 miles out. Starting to think I see the runway, but a little longer. Out. Plane's mine.
Flight slow.
1,000.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight
Runway
slow.
in sight.
Flight slow. 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 Flight slow.
Midway
Flight
traffic,
slow.
Southwest
Flight slow.
18, final, runway
Flight
31
slow.
Charlie.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow.
Five 100.
Again, you can't be high on this approach, folks. It's almost,
400.
and you can't be low. Look what's ahead of you.
Approaching minimum.
I mean, you gotta be right on.
300. Minimum. 200.
Could you imagine living in those houses, folks?
100.
I'd love it.
100.
No.
50. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Going to reverse, full.
knots.
Welcome to Midway. Not a great approach. I'll look over there. Alright, I hate taxiing in from here because I never can figure it out. Midway traffic, Southwest 18's off 13 or 31 Charlie to the ramp. Alright, let me pull the shots up. Alright, so we can go all the way down to Quebec. Alright. Alright, after landing checks, I think I got them all. Oh no, I don't. Rather, radar off. Terrain off over there. does that taxiway go? Oh, it goes to the end. Quebec is coming up. You is available. Again, I did purchase the Chicago Airports XP. However, it is for X-Plane 11, not 12. Who knows? One day I may just trick y'all and fly it.
We're in traffic here, Canada 11223 miles out, runway 27 left.
Alright. Spot did I say Charlie or Alpha? Doesn't sound right. Bravo 23. Probably just passed it. Nope, I got a ways to go. Get out this guy's way in case he's one to push. It's one out of here, folks. B-23, okay. Oh, we're gonna park right on this corner. Huh, kind of curious why it didn't have. And the brakes are set. Welcome again, folks, to Midway Airport. Don't rush to shut those engines off quite yet. Make sure you're again on the generator up here. And we can get the AP lead back on. All right. And then finally, seatbelts can go off. And now you can turn those engines off. Should be spooling down. All right, transponder. Ooh, standby.
For traffic Air Canada 112, established on the localizer and 10 miles out, runway 27 left.
And exterior lights, fuel pumps, all but the...
Midway traffic southwest 1277, push on to Yankee from Bravo 9, Midway traffic.
And I think that's where we'll leave it, folks. Oh, we can turn the pro off. All right, there we go, folks. Welcome in. We'll go ahead and kill the wipers now, too. And jetway. So I hope you enjoyed the flight, folks. That was fun. Always fun coming into these short runways with these birds. You're like, oh my God, we're gonna go off this time, and then those that full reverse plus the brakes. Yeah, give you always a nice time coming in here. All right, so let's get over here. What did Mac Air bring us in at? 442 feet a minute. Ouch. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a good flight still. So I'm going to take anything into Midway as long as it isn't off the end of the runway. Just bear with me a second here, folks. Profile and... All right, it is recording. All right, and let's take a look at Sim Toolkit. 471. That's not bad. And I'll bring that up. We'll do a nice look at the landing here.
We're in traffic, Air Canada 112 is on final runway 27 left.
Again, another feature you can do here, overlay the chart. That's always nice. Again, here's what we're dealing with weather-wise. Not much right around, although it seemed like it on the radar in the airplane. All right, I'm going to just unload it. And delete it while I'm here. And then get rid of it. All right, let's head over to the flight summary. Oh, we are there. Finish it. All right, I'm a little nervous. I didn't see any. Matt, 1997 Air, welcome. Hey, how are you today? You missed a great flight into Midway. Always fun to come into these short fields. Like I said, whew, they keep you on your toes on that landing. All right, so 1.5. We got a little slow. That's probably why the harder landing. And we weren't too far down the runway. But now you can see where these markings, folks, really come in handy for you, the pilot. Okay. All right, here's our actual report. We were 1,200 feet down the runway. Normally, ooh, awesome. Instrument training. Oh, all you got to do is get in the sim, fly into Midway. Probably best to do it in a Cessna or a Baron. Don't try it in the 730. No, 737 was fun. Oh, that is awesome. You're getting started into your instrument training. Nice.
Midway traffic, Southwest 1277, taxi runway 31 center, Yankee Papa Tango, Echo 3 cross 31 right, Midway traffic.
All right, let's see. Let's take a look and see what's around us. I think he's the one over here. Yep. And you know what? I'm going to have to do a flight here soon, next plane 11, maybe with this plane. We'll see. That is awesome. Good luck to you on your instrument rating. I love hearing that. Real world pilots. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so we're going to go menu. And we're going to go ahead and disconnect. Reason we're disconnecting because as soon as I try to replay this, folks, it's going to disconnect us anyway. All right, but back to the flight. We landed 1,200 feet down the runway. Uh-oh, what runway did it have? 3-1 left. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. What is that's how runway is that? It's only 3,800 feet. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's your challenge for the night, pilots. 3-1 left, Midway, 737. Good luck. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that part screwed up. So let's do a little aviation look at. Most of your landing runways have a threshold here, folks, a displaced one. Reason being, they don't want you doing a St. Martin or Scathos over Cicero Avenue or whatever it is down here. Believe me, about 15, 20 years ago, I didn't know what this road is. Might be. No, it's not Ashland. That's one north. Get what that could be. But anyway, but you can see the displaced thresholds there. Then when they're landing either the other way, again, displaced. Getting you as far away, giving you some height over those vehicles. Okay. Holy mackerel, he did not make it there. Holy crap, what did I do wrong? He probably, oh, that's Midway. Anyway, oh no, we are at Midway. So yeah, there's your displace. Right here, this white line's where your landing area starts. Going forward. Now, being such a short runway, you only have one set of hash marks. That could be missing. There should be two at least. And then you've got, oh, here it is. Okay. So you got your landing area threshold, 500 feet, 1,000, 1,500 feet. And here's where I touched down, 1,200 feet. Actually, from here. So add in 1,700 feet down to runway. You can see where they generally touch down is right in this area, folks. You got to pretty much nail the aiming bars. All right, now conversely, it all starts up. If you start seeing these over 100 knots, boy, you guys better stick your feet out and hope you can stop it. If not, this EMAS will prevent you from going in the intersection. All right, so there you go, folks. There's what it looked like. Pretty decent arrival. Enough wasting time here. Let's get the jetway away. Chocks are not in. Fingers crossed, folks. Let's see if we can do the reverse. Let's see if we can't watch this come in. So far, so good. Looks like we might. All right, I'm going to start it from here. And let's get some appropriate music. Let's see how well we do. Now you can see where the displacement comes in. Don't want to hit this. And they're all around. Folks, this is a square mile. Let's see how it comes out. Okay, we're long. Okay, I see the 400 feet a minute. One more time. Trying to get up to the threshold, it won't let me. Get your cameras out, folks. Screenshots. All right, let's see how bad it looked to the passengers. We'll start from there on this side. Yeah. All right, let's see it. We'll go one more time here, folks. That's actually not bad. I mean, it's hard landing, don't get me. But let's go back, look at it from the tower, so we get our attaboy. Maybe. Nope. All right, folks, I just want to say welcome to Midway one more time. What a fun flight it was. What a fun time touring the new Atlanta scenery that I have. Like I said, I think it's for X-Plane 11, but, you know, I could be wrong. Folks, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. We will see you tomorrow's stream. Real quick, for those curious, we are going to come out of Japan, headed to Guam in the Airbus 330. So, from X-Plane, the default, we haven't flown it much here. So, hope to see you all there tomorrow around 1600 Zulu. You do the calculations in your time zones. But, folks, we hope to have just as much fun as we did here today. And we will see you then. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow. See if there's someone out there we can hand this stream off to. God bless. See you tomorrow.